hooligans, it's Jennifer, and today I have the signature Ariana Grande ponytail in, and I also kind of feel like JoJo Siwa right now because it's so tight. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make some DIY Ariana Grande clothes slash merch. I am obsessed with Ariana Grande. I love her music and I cannot stop playing Seven Rings. The first time I heard it, I actually hated it, but then I kept listening and now I cannot stop listening. And I can't stop saying I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. I want it, I got it. So because I'm obsessed with Ariana Grande, I wanted to dedicate an entire video to her, and also I wanted to take this opportunity to do a cover. So if you stay till the end, I'm gonna be doing a cover of Seven Rings, which is actually a very hard song to cover. I do not understand how she does this every single day. Oh my gosh. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so for the first shirt, I wanted to do like a thank you next shirt, but in the design of those like thank you, thank you, thank you plastic bags. I thought it would look really cute. So I got this white Gildan shirt, and then I went over to PicMonkey and I designed my thank you next shirt, and I designed all of these myself, but I will leave the links to the images down below if you want to use them. So I just did this in pink text. I exported it and then dragged it into a Word document, and I converted it to a black and white photo just to do like a test run so I don't waste colored ink or transfer paper in case it didn't fit or something like that. And I got a printer specifically for this video, and also because I just moved to LA. Took me so long to figure it out. I promise I'm an adult, kind of, but eventually I got it to work and I felt so proud of myself. Yay! Amazing grace, yeah. As you can tell, I was so happy. Anyway, I printed it out and then laid it on my shirt to see if it fit or not. Turns out it was way too small, so good thing I did a test run beforehand so that I didn't waste ink or transfer paper. So then I enlarged it and printed it on my transfer paper, but then I also ran into some hiccups along the way. It kind of just stopped printing halfway through, which kind of just gave up on me, so I had to go back into my Word document and kind of like only print part of it so that it wouldn't like overlap too much, if that makes sense. But anyway, eventually I got it to work and this is what it looked like. So because I'm using transfer paper that's meant for light colored fabrics, I had to flip my image horizontally so that it was backwards, and then I just went ahead and cut that out with my scissors. I didn't have to be too careful with it because I wasn't gonna see the white parts anyway. So then I just put it face down on my shirt and took my iron. This one is a really mini iron, and I just ironed it down to my shirt. After that, I just peeled off the backing and I had my thank you next shirt. Alright, for the next one, I wanted to kind of recreate one of her merch shirts. This is like this light purple Sweetener shirt, but of course I didn't want to rip it off completely, so I changed it up a bit. Also, it was pretty much impossible for me to find the exact color of the shirt, like a light pastel purple shirt, so I decided to dye it myself. So I filled this container full of warm water, and then I took another white Gildan sweatshirt and I just completely dunked it in there, and then I kind of wrung it out a little bit. Then I took some fabric dye. This is some RIT liquid dye, and in the purple color, clearly, and then I just poured about half of the bottle in there. I think I poured a little bit too much. I also took my bubble wand and used that to stir it up because I don't have anything else that I can use to stir it right now because I just moved. But after that, I just put my wet shirt inside there. Oh, you can see my Birkenstock. Hi! I just made sure that the entire shirt was soaked, and I used my bubble wand to push it down and make sure that the liquid was going into the shirt. You're supposed to leave it for like half an hour, but because my dye was so concentrated, I only left it in there for like 5 to 10 minutes, and this was still a little bit too dark, but I wrung it out, and then I went over to my bathtub and washed out all of the excess dye. I really should have gotten gloves because afterwards my hands looked like Kool-Aid hands. Straight up were just purple. But eventually you can see that the color is a lot lighter, which is what I wanted. My bathtub also looks like I just squashed like 1,000 blueberries in there because it's just completely purple. So that'll be fun to clean up. But I just kept washing it until the water that came out of it was clear. But after that, I just threw it in the washer and dryer, and this is what it turned out like. A pretty like pastel color, but I would have liked it to be a little lighter, but it's all good. So to design the shirt, I took a picture of my queen, Ariana, and of course I flipped it upside down because that's what her Sweetener album looks like. Then I kind of just cut off her body a little bit and then added some text that said Sweetener in white. I also added a drop shadow, and the only purpose for this is so that when I'm cutting it out, I'll be able to see the letters, because white on white is impossible to see. That's kind of obvious. So then I dragged it onto my Word document and of course converted it to a black and white image to save on ink because we are on a budget. I printed it out and it seemed like a good size. So then I printed it out on some transfer paper, and this time I'm using transfer paper for dark fabrics because if you use the transfer paper for light fabrics, it's gonna turn out kind of translucent. So then I cut out the image very carefully along with the letters, and once I was done that, I just peeled off the backing, laid it on my shirt, and then put a piece of parchment paper on there. This usually comes with your package, and then I just ironed it onto the shirt. So this is how this shirt turned out like. I really like it, although it's a little bit different than I had imagined in my head, but still very cute, and it's similar enough to her merch, but not like an exact ripoff, so I hope I don't get sued. Alright, we're gonna take a quick intermission because I'm gonna introduce today's sponsor. Your girl got a sponsor. I am alive and thriving. So thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Skillshare is basically this online learning community for creators, and there's over 25,000 classes in design or photography or video making, anything that you could possibly want. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to all the classes. So if there's anything that you're interested in learning, if you're curious, or if you want to further your career or something like that, there's bound to be tons of classes that you can take. I feel like it's the perfect place to keep learning and thriving, especially for me because I'm not in school anymore. Skillshare is super affordable also. With an annual subscription, it's only less than $10 a month. And currently there's more than 7 million creators learning on Skillshare, which is crazy. So far I've already taken classes in bullet journaling, some photography stuff, cinematography stuff. Honestly, I've taken classes in so many areas at this point. There's also so many like DIY and like crafting classes too. So if you want to get a 2-month free trial of Skillshare, make sure to click the link down below. The first 500 people to click the link will get the free trial. Alright, let's continue with the DIYs. Alright, for this last one, I'm taking this light blue hoodie, and so many of you guys have been asking where I got this hoodie and my yellow hoodie from. They're from Gildan. They're literally like $9, so I can't believe you guys actually go out to like Champion and buy their $50 hoodies because this is literally $10. So anyway, I basically wanted to create the Neko Panda x Ariana Grande hoodie that was limited edition and you literally can't get it anywhere anymore, so I wanted to recreate that myself. So I went over to PicMonkey again, and then I just typed in the word Sweetener in this like college letter font, and I made it curved, and I also made it this peach color to match with the original design. I dragged it into my Word document and turned it sideways just so that it would be the biggest possible. And of course I did my test run and it was a little bit small, so I just made it a little bit bigger on the transfer paper version. I also printed this one out on transfer paper for dark fabrics. Then I just cut it out using my scissors and also my X-Acto knife for the little spaces in the letters. Also, when I was cutting this out, I made sure to leave a little white border around each letter. After that, I just laid it out on my shirt and peeled off the backing. Peeling this off actually is so satisfying. It's a little delicate, but very fun for me. So then I just proceeded to iron it on, and I think this turned out so cute. I am actually currently wearing it as I'm recording this voiceover. I think it looks pretty legit. Obviously, it does not look exactly like the original one, but I think I did a pretty good job. Again, all of these images will be linked down below if you want to use them. I really hope you guys enjoyed these DIYs. Let me know which one was your favorite. But I mentioned how I was gonna do a cover of 7 Rings. Just a couple disclaimers. 7 Rings is kind of a hard song to cover. First of all, because Ariana Grande songs are pretty hard to sing in general, but also she like kind of raps in this and I do not rap, so I kept the rapping to a minimum. So you'll notice that I kind of changed some parts. Also, this is the clean version because this is a PG channel. But yeah, this is just meant to be like a fun cover. Don't take it too seriously because it's not meant to be like professional or anything. Let's get started. Hey, yeah.
twisted Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles. Girls with tattoos who like getting in trouble. Lashes and diamonds, ATM machines. Buy myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad things, I should be a sad chick. Who would have thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with cousin out strings. Write my own checks like how I wanna sing. My wrist, stop watching my neck. It's classy, make big deposits. My glass is popping. You like my hair? Gee, thanks, just bought it. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Yeah, you love it, I'll move you. You love it, I'll touch you, my one. It lingers when we're dying. You believe God is a woman. We're in a ring, but ain't gon' be no misses. But imagine diamonds for 6 of my sisters. I'd rather spoil all my friends with my riches. Think retail therapy, my new addiction. Whoever said money can't solve your problems must not have had enough money to solve them. They say which one I said, now I want all of them. Happiness is the same price as red bottom. My smile is beaming, my skin is gleaming. The way it shine, I know you've seen it. I bought a crib just for the closet, both his and hers. I want it, I got it. And I feel it after midnight, a feeling that you can't find my one. When all is said and done, you believe God is a woman. Receipts be looking like phone numbers. If it ain't money, then wrong number. Black card is weapon is God. The wave is in the tone for me. I don't mean to brag, but I be like putting in the bag, yeah. When you see the rise, they sucker like my cash, yeah. Shoot, go from the start of the booth, make it all back in one swoop. Give me the loot, never mind, I got the juice. Nothing but now I'll be sure. Look at my neck, look at my jack. Ain't got enough money to pay me respect. Ain't no budget when I'm on the side. If I like it, then that's what I get, yeah.
That is my cover of 7 Rings / God is a Woman. I hope you did not go deaf. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a weird mix of things, I feel like. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Shout out of the week is right here. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye! Waking up in the morning, I can't remember yesterday.